There's a lot of units coming in here, including helicopters, which I'm not really prepared for whatsoever. So we are in a little bit of trouble right now. Let's dismount our infantry because they are good against helicopters. But we may be in a large amount of trouble here. You may be in a very large amount of trouble. We're going to have to call in some cluster artillery. Luckily, those Mi-24s got shot down. But our Apaches have to retreat. Our Abrams are not doing so hot. Okay, all of our units here are just absolutely dying. This is a massive counterattack, and I don't think we have anything to stop it, really. I just did a massive retreat out of the zone here, get our supply vehicle back, and we've just been absolutely schooled. Alright, howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at Regiments again, more specifically at one of its operations, the Black Horse Mat Dash scenario. Now keep in mind that Regiments has a huge roadmap, which I covered in a previous video, which I'll actually link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. And in that roadmap, they're going to be adding new nations, new operations such as this, and just a bunch more stuff, including, which I'm really excited for, air mobile or airborne troops that are transported in via helicopter like a Black Hawk or an Mi-24 or an Mi-8. And this will allow a lot more flexibility in the game for infantry movement, because at the moment, infantry can only be deployed alongside IFVs, such as the Bradleys or BMPs. So to see them as air mobile infantry should be very interesting, specifically because we'll probably be able to split the infantry up a little bit from the helicopter, because right now, infantry is sort of stuck either dismounted or very much alongside these IFVs, which I personally don't mind. But I do get comments like, hey, I wish the IFVs and the infantry were separate entities. Again, I won't go into it. I've gone over it in multiple videos in the past. If you're new to this, please check out some of my previous videos where I really go into depth explaining exactly what the operations game mode is, which I'll link down in the description as well. But the main part about operations is two things. It's a persistent campaign that can last multiple turns, in which you take an army that's already sort of pre-assembled, plus any potential add-ons to your army or task forces, and you try to guide them through multiple battles. Now the cool thing is the persistence here. And that's really unique to Regiments is this operations game mode and how persistent it is. Now we're gonna go ahead and take on the Gladiator task force. It comes with an M2A2 Bradley, a Chaparral at 100 points. Now that's alright, we can upgrade it though. Now we get ITVs or ATGM launchers. We can upgrade it one more time. Not only do we now get more Bradleys and more Chaparrals, we also get an A10 gun run column, which is very important because these guys are going to be helping us basically obliterate defending enemy units. So we're going to go to the events tab. Actually, let's make sure we spent the last 50 points on a tactical support, and it's going to allow us to call in extra off-map stuff, very much like World in Conflict style, to either help us or deny the enemy vision, or just straight up, use A10 guns to destroy enemy positions. We're gonna go to the events, which are randomized, but luckily we have the Air Superiority tab or event, which will make air tactical 8s 50% cheaper, which is great because our A10s will only cost 10 and not 20 points, which is a lot of difference because you can call them in basically twice as often for the same price. Alright, so this is an interesting operation because normally you're either kind of forced to attack or defend in these operations. However, in this one, not only do you have to capture to next stage to advance out of this map and, well, go to the next stage, you also have to hold Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot if you want to actually win the battle. Now, that means you have to defend these 5 points. The thing is, there's a little bit of AI, friendly AI, defending there, but it's definitely not enough. So we have a large amount of forces going in to defend, as well I have forces going in to try and flank warehouses, and once we've cleared up the flank, we'll push to Hunfeld, Grove, Real Station, and hopefully to next stage, all in the next 20 minutes. We're going to unpause, and there is, I gotta say, by the way, a little cheeky thing that I always forget about. If you press I, you can hide the HUD. If you press I again, you can bring the HUD back, but partially. And then if you press O, you can hide your cursor. So if you press I and O, it can make the game look like this. Not only that, you can actually get all the way down here and follow camera if you scroll wheel on top of one of your units, which does make for some very cool moments. I'm not really going to be able to do that though, just because I'm obviously trying to not just... I'm not trying to just make the game look cool as much as I like to do that. I'm going to use helicopters, recon, and tanks to push this point. We're going to make sure we put them on hold fire. And some engineer units. These come in these crazy engineering vehicles, which I think are like short barrel 76s or 105mm guns. And their whole purpose is just to destroy and trench enemy infantry. Now we're going to hopefully get people set up here. Our mortars are going to set up here and get ready to fire. The cool thing about mortars will fire automatically as long, or I guess artillery I should say, will fire automatically as long as they aren't of a large caliber. Now if you're talking howitzers like 150mm or above, you will have to manually tell them to target certain units. Now we have T-64 spotted over here. Get our Apaches off to the side. As you can see, our mortars that are, I think they're 120 mils. They're currently engaging. I pressed the wrong button. I'm so used to pressing I. I don't know what game I last played where I was like a massive important key. We have a bunch of infantry units approaching over here. We probably want to get these ITVs over here. Our our friendly Bradley's under attack. We might have actually destroyed the T-64s, at least at a point where we needed them to be destroyed. But there was one more unit here. We have A-10 guns ready. We might actually call it a... Oh, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. I don't know what that is. It looks like it's maybe a... Oh, they're just BRMs. That's not a huge issue. We could knock those guys out pretty easily. But we don't want to lose our... Here comes our A-10 gun run. I'm hoping we get a good couple of bursts off. Our ITVs finally have eyes on. Oh, Shilka's back there. That's kind of bad. We did knock out... Ooh! That was a good gun run. I mean, we knocked out those T-64s, and we can actually try to go... Well, I don't know if we want a gun run again. These are really cheap, though. For 15 points, we get to call in 2 every other... Oh, they're artillerying my mortars right now. Okay, we have eyes on again. We could gun run, but it'd kind of just be a waste of time. Besides, tactical aids will target friendly units if they're within this area, because they think, well, if we're being called in, that potentially could be, that could be enemy units. Even though they're obviously not. BMP-3s versus our Humvees and airborne, but because they're being basically attacked from this close, my airborne, though they're only marked or equipped with Humvees with Mark 19s, are destroying these BMPs, which is perfect because they're entrenched. There are some BTRs here with riflemen, but the riflemen are almost gone, and that's really their anti-tank units, really. The only guys in there are the guys with the AT. Actually, there's only one air defenseman left, and they have just been destroyed. When your recon spots units, it makes your units more accurate. So shooting unidentified units makes your units less accurate until you've identified what they are. That was a really good hit, by the way. Ooh, we just destroyed 2 in one salvo. Let's get our supplies to move over to these M1 or M901s. I don't know what I was going to call them M106s. They're definitely not M106s. We're just going to have to push in here. We're going to go off, hold fire, just because we're probably going to be getting right in the thick of it. But these... Okay, that's not good. That's not good. We can't really fight those guys. Let's call it an A-10 gun run, because it's the amount of infantry and stuff that they have in this area that we want to get rid of. So the A-10s are going to come in, strafing run, and then hopefully get rid of the infantry. When the infantry are gone, then you can call in your vehicles, and hopefully the BTRs will not get a super lucky kill on your Bradleys. But here comes our A-10s. There are some anti-air units back there, but that was perfect. Perfect hits. There's just some mortars left, so we'll push them in, knock those out. They are hitting my supplies back here with their mortars, but I don't think it's going to last very long. Recon, push forward. There goes the Bradleys, or there goes the BTRs. Sani mortars are going to be obliterated by these Abrams real quick. We're capturing the next zone, and this is going, I'd say, pretty decent. I wish I had some sort of air recon, or maybe a recon tactical aid. There's a lot of units coming in here, including helicopters, which I'm not really prepared for whatsoever. So we are in a little bit of trouble right now. Let's dismount our infantry, because they are good against helicopters, but we may be in a large amount of trouble here. We may be in a very large amount of trouble. We're going to have to call in some cluster artillery. Luckily, those Mi-24s got shot down. But our Apaches have to retreat. Our Abrams are not doing so hot. Okay, all of our units here are just absolutely dying. This is a massive counterattack, and I don't think we have anything to stop it, really. I just did a massive retreat out of the zone here, get our supply vehicle back, and we've just been absolutely schooled. Absolutely schooled. I lost my recon vehicles. They're recapturing this. What is that? There's like 3 anti-air units in there. Oh, man. At least our Bradley infantry are somewhat decent against these anti-air units, but the sheer amount of them is just ridiculous. Like, obviously they're going to destroy me, and now their tanks are destroying us. We have to mount up in these vehicles, smoke up. Infantry that's left is mounting up, and they're going to retreat, and we've just lost Hunsfeld, or Hunefeld, after we just fought over it. The A-10s, I was hoping they would get a shot off on... I don't know if they really did. It sounded like they did, but that was a lot of anti-air there. Now, luckily, since we've had to retreat, we do have our friendly units here that can kind of help out, but this is really not a good situation to be in. We have to call in new reinforcements. Get my supplies to stop right there. Oh, crap. We gotta dismount, and engage. I know these are just Humvees with 30 mics, but these are also just Shilkas and Tunguskas. I mean, they would absolutely destroy me, I feel like. But, oh, there's also ATGMs coming in on the side. If we knock out the Shilka and we push past the smoke, we're just gotta knock it out, guys. Come on. That ATGM better hit it. Okay, mount up and run. Mount up and run. ATGM's coming in. Okay, it missed. If your units are mounted up, they obviously are a lot faster. Oh, we're just getting absolutely hammered by artillery now. This is really unfortunate. My supply trucks are even getting hit. Okay, turn on the... Okay, gun run coming in. We're actually... This destroyed our BMP-2s mostly. Our Abrams are somewhat holding. These Bradleys are going to get shot. We have our Vulcans coming in to provide air support in case they do push in with helicopters again, which that may be... There's helicopters back there. Okay, at least our Vulcans are here. That's good. Oh, come on. Okay, our Vulcans are going to make very short work of those MIA TVs, which is awesome. Get some closer shots here, but it's very hard to stay up to date with what's happening. I need to tell these guys to hold fire. I need mortars back. Oh my, these guys are dying because there's guys in the forest there, and I don't even have anything to cover or spot or see what's in that area. Okay, oh, I just called in recon twice. Oh, that's whatever. These guys are getting shot in the side. I gotta get them out of there. My supplies have to move. These guys are... I've just lost a vehicle. There's BMPs over there. I don't know what's in this forest. It got to be some sort of infantry. My Vulcans... I'm just getting mortared into oblivion. I don't know what these units are, but our Apaches have to engage them. Okay, come on, Apache. 5 minutes left. We've barely moved anything. We've captured 1.5 zones. Those are only recon. God. They're still getting mortared, though. That's the issue. We have more units coming in over here. Oh man, there's another counterattack. There's BMP, BDMP, what am I saying? There's BMPs and BMDs coming in, which means there's VDV in there. We have to push up. We're getting attacked from multiple sides now. I have to be very careful. Our A-10 is hopefully going to knock... Can we shoot the Shilka before the A-10 comes in? Oh, come on. Nice! We knocked it out, but I don't know if it's doing much for us there. We have more Shilkas up the road. Our ITVs are firing. We have to take our Bradleys off, hold fire. Let's keep moving up with our airborne and infantry towards this next zone. There's so many freaking units over here now. Our Bradleys are firing ATGMs. These BMDs are still in a good spot, getting tons of damage in on us. These Apaches need to retreat back to base. We'll call them back in again because right now they're out of ammo and I don't have any supply trucks to give them ammo. As you can see, this is going absolutely nuts. I need to smoke these guys off because currently they're engaging. Oh, actually, they were way closer than that, so that's kind of a wasted smoke. I should have thrown the smoke closer over here. Calling an ATGM. Oh no, a regular A-10 strike. These Abrams are going to lose. No, they are alive. We're good. It's alive. Okay, this gun run hopefully knocks out this BMP-1P. Our Bradley ATGMs are coming out, hopefully destroying those guys. Enough, a lot of suppression, but not enough. A-10 gun run V2 would be worth it, just so we can capture Grove and get a little bit more area. Where's my other recon here? I need to push you up. There's another unit right around the corner that we can't see. That's right over here. These Bradleys are in some desperate need of help. I need to call in another set of Apaches. I can almost call them back in. There's BMP-1s around the corner. Shoot, 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 shoot. Those are not bad. Oh, those are more BTR with infantry. Okay, we've knocked out those guys, but we're very low. Shoot them! Why are you guys not shooting? We got another gun run coming in. These Abrams are low. I need to call in Apaches. I need to call in more supplies. Oh man, this is just absolutely nuts. Those BMPs are going to destroy these Bradleys, and it's going to be really annoying. A10 gun run on these guys. Try to reverse them into some sort of cover. We can't push up too much. There's more Shilka spot up back there. I wonder if we can crawl in. This could be a crazy push, but if this works out, this would be really funny. These Bradleys have to retreat. They're going to die otherwise, and I can't really afford to lose more units. Oh, God, I missed. Thank God. Okay, lots of suppression. That's good. Let's call another A10 gun run. This is just pure A10 spam right now. We know there's ATGMs on the flank. I need to smoke these tanks off before they kill my Bradleys. We're capturing Grove. ITVs, see if we can get eyes on from here. Maybe we can. These Abrams really desperately need repairs. We are going to be capturing Grove, and we know there's the only reason we're not capturing Rail Station is because currently we don't have Grove yet, but we're probably not going to be able to get it. We might have destroyed those BMPs there, and this could be a rather crazy end to this battle. And we're just trying to knock out as many of these units as possible here. Apache, come on. I need you guys to do more here. We got 15 seconds left. If we can make one of these units retreat, that would be super worth it. We're not... Oh, one of our Apaches just got shot. Let's retreat it. But that didn't do enough. That did not do enough. Can we get a Rail Station in time? We got Rail Station in time! It even added 20 seconds to our time. So we basically have just completely... Somehow, I really thought it was lost there. I'm not going to lie. I was convinced we were completely lost there for a second. Our supplies are just the slowest vehicles in the world. I was convinced we had completely lost once they recaptured Hohenfeld, but we just managed to get almost every objective. That was a little crazy. Felt like I was an auctioneer there for a second, just yelling. We can go to the next phase, which is going to take place on the same map. Now, we have 173 points. We have to do a lot of repairs. Let's see how many points we're going to waste on this. So 173, we're now down to 105. I had to repair these units. We're now down to 91. Got this Apache. Oh, that's a long... I was about to say it's a very long-range ATGM. But now, we can kind of crawl in here. Oh, I want to get eyes... Oh, I need to get eyes on there. No. We need to get eyes on those units in the tree line. And what we can do is use our tanks and our A10 gun run and capture this area without really a lot of extra effort, which I would really like because, you know, we're trying to do this as good as possible. And I'm really annoyed at myself for not just getting a little bit more time in that last battle where I probably could have captured this in another, say, 3 minutes, right? Because this is really all that I needed extra here. Now, these tanks are sort of dug in, but I think that by the time they realize that we're here, because they don't have recon. They don't see me right away. They see someone shooting. They don't have that accuracy buff. They don't have... Actually, before I can even mention what they don't have, they're already basically gone, which is super important to get recon to spot units. Now we're going to capture this, hopefully get eyes on here, call in an A10 gun run. Our Abrams are going to be engaging. I need to put these guys in cover behind the trees. You can see they can't be seen from there, and they should be good. Right, okay, here comes the A10. See if we can get a nice shot of that. That's so cool. That is super awesome. And the A-10s is doing a bunch of work, destroying the T-64s, and we could even try to move into that, but I don't think it really matters. I mean, we could capture one more zone. It doesn't really matter. We're about to capture 2 next stage anyway. Let these Bradleys off, hold fire, move them fast in there, and then we've basically captured... I mean, I don't really want to go here, because this will just take extra time, and it also has the possibility... You can see there's quite a few units defending it, about 8 or 9, plus these units back here. But doing this will allow us to capture some more, get some more points for the sort of overall map stage. And there we go. I had initially captured this, but then the game didn't allow me to go back to the phase menu. So the little menu where you know, build your units and stuff. So I figured I would just finish out the mission, because if you get a complete domination, as in capturing all of the enemy points, you get to leave the battlefield anyway. Which kind of led us to here. I thought we were about to be done, and the game was like, no. We gotta finish off everyone. For some reason, so that's why you're just joining us here in the last couple of seconds of this battle. It was kind of a relatively easy walkover. We just sent our units forward, covered them with smoke and artillery, and whenever there was units, we used the A-10s to get rid of them, and we're about to capture Mine West. which just leaves us with Eiterfeld West. Those guys are about to get an A10 gun run at them, although the target was kind of unspotted, but this is fine. This is more about the suppression. We can kind of just run our units in there now. Maybe we'll retreat some of these units so they can go ahead and replenish. And we are going to be capturing this, and that's going to be a pretty simple GG, I think, between... well, most of our units just overrunning the enemy. And also, guys, we don't have a lot of them in our units. We don't have a lot of units available to us, but the units that we do have available are of a pretty high veterancy. So that's going to be an easy one in the bag. And I'm kind of interested to see what it'll mean now, because we should be getting a bunch of extra points to use because we did capture some extra areas. Getting a bunch of extra points to use, so hopefully we can upgrade our units a little bit more. Now, I am hoping that we do get more turns, considering it said there was only 3 turns available, and we used 1 when we captured everything besides the next stage point, and now we've used another one to capture the rest of the map. I'm really hoping there's more than 1 turn left, but it might just be that, which makes this a very difficult campaign, because you basically have to move through everything in that 1 turn that you get. You only get 1 chance, one shot, 1 opportunity, as you could say, I suppose. It looks like we did not use a turn there. I swore it started at 3, and now we have 2, so maybe that didn't count as long as you get to push up. We did take a couple of losses here, so we're replenished. We have 309 points. So technically we could go full on crazy on this area, or we can kind of go crazy and get some more units, but maybe we'll leave that for a potential future video where we continue this campaign, as it is always fun to get back into Regiments, and just a game that I really enjoy playing, and I'm just secretly hoping that we get some eyes on, or some idea anyway, of when the next update is going to drop for the game, which will hopefully also include some new operations with the new nations here in Regiments. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love to see you in the next one.